It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Steelers on Sunday night primetime.
Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here we go. Bronco switch. Roll.
Running here out of the gun with Price. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready? No, bring it. Reload.
Richardson looking to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Ravens, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Richardson. And it'll be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On play action, they'll throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 74 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Ravens offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here's a give up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Come on. Ready.
On first down, they'll start out with Price.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Alert.
Now Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes out right around the 39.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for this with Price.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
The Ravens send their punter out now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Straight ahead with Price.
Shifts past him at the 45. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Here we go, here we go. Ready,
in motion go. Left here, one of their tight ends.
Ready.
They'll go again here with Price.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
A give up the middle to Price.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Check, Panther. Hey.
Now it's Richardson. He finds his man, Pollard.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
He finds his man, complete. That's Price.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Ravens offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Let's go now.
They'll run on 1st down with Price.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
This pass complete to Pollard on the out route.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Go.
Now a give running left is Price.
Oh, he bowls over it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go. Let go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. That's Price. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Richardson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone. Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down.
Richardson.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Back to throw. Richardson. Oh, nice move. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Richardson working from the gun. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
They'll throw now on the final play. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we sit,
well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Ready? Smash. Check.
On the give, this is Price.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Ready?
Going right back to Price.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Check.
Looking to throw. Richardson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 69 yards as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Richardson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, Richardson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. This is taken at the 23. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 71 yards.
And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
And now out come the Steelers.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On the handoff, it's Price.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Price.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Richardson. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's first and 10. He'll get this to about the 38.
And they're going to speed things up here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
To the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And his big night continues on that last run. The yardage there going to move him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here we go. Bronco switch. Roll.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Richardson. Slant pass. Pollard brings it in.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
And Richardson yet again. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40.
Now Richardson.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard. Here's Richardson to throw.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Come on, set.
Now it's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way to get...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down the sideline he goes.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Ready?
On 2nd and inches.
Richardson.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Richardson looking to throw this. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Richardson to throw off play action.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Window closed up there, and it's behind him and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Ravens had 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point up and through. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing that.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, an impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive here as they add yet another score to the ledger late in the 4th quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Richardson.
He finds his man, complete. It's Price. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This now a 3rd and 4. Back to the air with Richardson. Looking downfield for Pollard.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Breaks through the contact.
And the Steelers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably